Hello, I'm Ines Kovacic, Associate Professor at Juraj Dobrila, University of Pula, and teach biology, teachers, and preschool teachers. Today, we will speak about CACAO team, cell parts and their functions. The human body is composed of an array of intriguing and diverse cells. These entities operate independently, generating their own energy while also functioning within the broader network that ultimately give rise to tissues, organs, and the human body. Despite the marked variability in cell types, certain structural similarities exist between them. Did you know that cells are built from tiny parts which are very different? These are known as organelles or mini-organs. All cells have three main parts: the membrane, the nucleus, and the cytoplasm. The nucleus is the command center of the cell, serving as its headquarters. Typically, each cell has a single nucleus, although there are exceptions to this rule. Skeletal muscle cells, for example, contain two nuclei. The nucleus holds the vast majority of cell DNA, while a small amount is housed within the mitochondria. Through a process of messaging, the nucleus regulates cellular growth, division, and apoptosis. The nuclear envelope, a specialized membrane, physically separates the nucleus from the remainder of the cell. Embedding within this membrane are nuclear pores, which allow small molecules and ions to pass freely, while larger molecules require the assistance of transport proteins to transfer the membrane. In order to maintain distinct boundaries between the neighbor cells, a unique membrane called the plasma membrane encases each cell. This membrane is primarily composed of phospholipids, which act as a barrier to prevent water-soluble substances from entering the cell. The plasma membrane also contains a diverse array of receptors that perform a variety of functions, such as acting as gatekeepers, markers, communicators, and fasteners. Gatekeepers are receptors that allow certain molecules through and stop others. Markers are receptors act as name badges, informing the immune system that they are part of the organism and not foreign invaders. Communicators are receptors help the cell communicate with other cells and the environment. Fasteners are receptors which help bind the cell to the neighbors. The interior of the cell that surround the nucleus is cytoplasm. It includes the organelles and the jelly-like fluid called the cytosol. Many of the important reactions take place in the cell occur in the cytoplasm. The cytoskeleton is present in the cytoplasm of cells and acts as a scaffold, providing structural support to maintain the cell's proper shape. Unlike traditional scaffolding, the cytoskeleton is flexible and has several important functions. It aids in cell division and enables cell motility, allowing some cells, such as sperm cells, to move. The cytoskeleton is also involved in cell signaling by facilitating the uptake of material from outside the cell through endocytosis and the movement of materials within the cell. In human cells, we have some organelles connect to each other with their function. For instance, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and ribosomes. The endoplasmic reticulum, or ER, is responsible for processing and transporting molecules within the cell. It synthesizes, folds, modifies, and transports proteins. The ER is composed of cisterns, which are long sacs held together by cytoskeleton. There are two types of ER: root ER, which has ribosomes attached to its surface, and smooth ER, which does not. Ribosomes are responsible for translating RNA into proteins. RNA is transcribed from segments of DNA in the nucleus, and ribosomes read the RNA and stick amino acids together in the order defined by the RNA. The Golgi apparatus is where molecules processed by the ER are packed and labeled. It is often linked to post office. Once material leave the Golgi apparatus, they may be used inside or outside the cell. Every cell has mitochondria, which are often referred to as the powerhouses of the cell. They help convert energy from food into energy the cell can use. Mitochondria also have other functions, such as storing calcium and playing a role in cell death. And let's finally conclude. There are various and fascinating cell types in human body. Despite their differences, cells often share organelles, which are mini organs specialized with their own function. Thank you for the attention.